Hello, my name is Eftimoski. I'm the head of research and acquisitions at Eternal Harvest Projects. I analyze and identify regions around the country that are of particular interest to me and should be of interest to you too. I leverage my previous experience as a Reserve Bank of Australia economist and Boston Consulting Group data scientist to analyze and consider various regions around the country. Let's talk about one today.
But before we get started, a quick disclaimer. Eternal Homes Projects is not a financial advisor. You should seek independent financial, taxation, or legal advice, depending on your own individual circumstances. What we present is for research purposes only and should not be considered as independent financial advice.
Let's zone in now on the statistical area 3 of Caboolture, a coastal Queensland town in Brisbane's north. Let's have a look at its labour market, demographics, income and finances, population and infrastructure. Let's just compare Caboolture to its region and Queensland in general across a few key statistics. In terms of unemployment rate, Caboolture is slightly higher than both its region and the state, but its participation rate is somewhat higher than this region too, which might account for some of this variation. In terms of its 5-year population growth rate though, it's a really strong population growth rate, almost double that of the Queensland average. In terms of its owner-occupier share and mortgage stress levels, it's broadly in line with its region in terms of mortgage stress levels, but probably has a higher share of renters than we would like to see. The labour market in Caboolture is relatively weak compared to certain other geographic breakdowns, but it has improved substantially between censuses. So we can see that the unemployment rate has come down from double digits to single digits, which is a really notable improvement. And in the meantime, the participation rate has been relatively stable. So we can have quite a bit of confidence that this has been driven by strong jobs growth in the area. One thing that I like about the demographic composition of Caboolture is that it's broadly in line with other Queensland greenfield areas. We can see that it's got a relatively high share of people in the 0 to 40 age bracket and a relatively low share of people over the age of 40. Broadly in line with the greenfield areas and what you would expect to see. Something to note about Caboolture in general is that it has a relatively high share of renters as a percentage of homeowners, as compared with any other geographic breakdown that we've looked at in Queensland. But amongst people with a mortgage, the mortgage repayment shares of income are relatively in line with the rest of the state. So at the very least, the people who do have mortgages in the area aren't suffering a particular amount of mortgage stress. Probably where Caboolture outperforms the most is in population growth. We can see that sitting at a 3.8% compound annual population growth rate has it sitting substantially higher than any geographic breakdown of Queensland that we looked at, including other greenfield areas. In terms of where that population growth is coming from, it's mostly from within Queensland itself with some interstate migration. So these are really strong numbers and really sets Caboolture apart from other statistical areas. In terms of the infrastructure spending per capita at FY23, I'd like to see a bit more from the Queensland state government to feel a lot of confidence in the region, but it does mean that any new announced future projects will surprise to the upside and offer a strong tailwind for this area. Okay, we're done. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you found it interesting and engaging. My name is Eftimoski and I'll see you next time.